this is Owen Abbas saying from behind the gloves, and I'm with Shane McGuigan once again. Shane, we've just wrapped up from the Frampton Quigg press conference. Talk me through that. There was a lot of things said from their side, from your side. Firstly, just quickly touching up on the locker room situation. Is there any chance that this fight's actually going to be called off over something like that?
I don't think either sides will allow it to become called off, because I don't think it justifies that. The fact is that there's a star dressing room that is not the home dressing room, it's a star dressing room. It's bigger than the other dressing rooms. And when you're warming up for a fight of this magnitude, you want every inch of a dressing room. You want to feel like you can move about, you can get up on your toes and you can replicate what you're doing in the ring. And the warm-up is absolutely crucial, right? So when we're, in that dressing room, it's very important. Scott thinks he's getting that dressing room, but he's not. The fact is that somebody's going to lock that dressing room up, and there's the one that they wanted to put us in, right? There's an exact replica of that the other side of the arena. So that's the easiest way to do it. Is just two people, 50-50 fight. Take two people with the exact same dressing rooms.
So it can't be sorted out with a coin toss then.
Not at all. The fact is that this whole show is being Frampton Quigg. It's Carl's coming out second. He's being introduced by Michael Buffer second. He is, got the bigger support, and he's the bigger draw. He's getting a bigger percentage of the pay-per-view splits. He's getting more money, and he's the A side, as it were. But I wouldn't feel comfortable taking that dressing room and getting Scott and Joe to warm up in a slightly smaller dressing room. I don't think it's fair. I think when it's a 50-50 fight like this, both have equal things. Bet man wins, but they're not happy with it.
I just want to talk about the sort of animosity between yourself and Joe Gallagher. Do you feel any sort of disrespect over it?
Disrespect, not really. I mean, I don't really take any. I don't listen to what he really says. I think he's a good trainer. I really do. I think he's doing a fantastic job, and he dedicates himself to the sport. But he's a terrible bloke. That's it. He's just not a nice person, and that just comes across. It seeps out of him. And I don't have to like him as a person, but I do respect him extreme amounts as a coach, and that's why I'm trying to be the best I can be for my fighter, and to provide a service for him that he can benefit off it on the night.
And what's the situation with return tickets? I spoke to Eddie and Joe themselves, and they said that Carl couldn't actually sell all his tickets. What's the situation with that?
Carl sold all his tickets, right? We had a fighter that was boxing on the undercard that had to pull out because of an injury, and we gave him a load of tickets to sell, but he had to bring them back. So, but they handed all their tickets back as well. But we just didn't feel like it was appropriate to bring it up. The best place when you get these tickets back that close to a fight from an undercard fighter, you go and give them to the arena. It takes the weight off your shoulders. You can concentrate on the much more important factors about this fight, and that's actually getting in there and doing a number on Scott Quigg.
And in regards to training for this fight, has training gone well? And have you targeted maybe Scott's power as the main sort of focus for him?
No, we just prepared for the best Scott Quigg possible. He's not just a powerful guy; he's a well-rounded fighter. He's got a decent, tight defence. He's quick, and he's a very good fighter. So we're going, the very best Carl Frampton has to beat the very best Scott Quigg, and that's what we've prepared ourselves for. He's taken himself to a new level of training for this fight, which everyone's always going to say, but I know both lads would have taken themselves to a new level. But the fact is that that know-how in when to peak and what to do, and they get to a stage where they can't get any fitter. And all they can do is leave their good work in the gym. I know he trains so hard, he may leave some good stuff in the gym, but we certainly won't leave our good work in the gym. We'll be ready for Saturday night.
Waiting in the wings is Mr. Guillermo Rigondeaux. He's publicly come out, spoken about Scott and Carl, calling them cowards for not facing him. What do you make of something like that? And do you envisage a fight between Carl and Guillermo in the future?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a fantastic fight. I think the winner will be looking at Rigondeaux, and we have to make sure it works out business sense. But I believe take one fight at a time, and once we get through this, we can look at the decision in the future.
Shane, a quick prediction from yourself before we wrap up.
A Frampton win. I'm extremely confident. I've never been so confident about a fight, only because I know what we've gone and done through in the build-up to this fight. There was a show behind the gloves that was portrayed us as being very laid back and relaxed and not really caring about it, and the fact is that it didn't show. It wasn't a reflection of what we are as an outfit and how we take ourselves so seriously, and we have taken ourselves to another level for this fight, and I know Scott has too, but best man win.
So finally, a message for all the fans who are going to be at the arena, who are going to be buying the show on Sky Sports box office. What do you want to say to the fans?
Well, thank you for buying it, and just look out for a fantastic show. It's going to be an extremely legendary night of boxing, and I'm just extremely proud to be part of it, and I'm really looking forward to a Frampton win.
Shane, thank you very much for talking to Behind the Gloves.
If you guys haven't already done so, make sure you download the Behind the Gloves app. It's free, and it features really cool stuff like a fight calendar that reminds you of all the upcoming fights, and it allows for you to, with one click, to remind yourself directly to your phone. And it also features 24/7 breaking news that's going on in boxing. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that and subscribe to this channel.